Hey, what's happening, my feller people?
Feller?
I don't even know. I was trying to think of something that I normally don't say.
You're tiptoeing into the void.
How's it going,
Evening,
boy?
niggas.
That's better.
Evening, niggas. What's up? What's going on?
That's much better. That's much better. I think people appreciate that shit. I think that our listeners like abuse. I think they.
I think people that go on the internet like abuse in general. So like,
right.
You can't respect yourself a lot and then go on these websites. You know, you can't. That's just those things are not conclusive to each other at all.
Right. I can't even I can't even like say stuff online completely endearing. There has to be a little bit of something with it. It just feels too weird to me to just say something online that's just completely sincere. I have to like put in bitch ass nigga like on the end of it or something. Like even if it's just like, you know, you're just saying congratulations or, you know, happy birthday or something like that. I don't know, man. It always feels like somebody's going to come at you the wrong way if you're too like fucking gay with it. You know, if you're too sentimental, someone's just going to like say some shit to you and you're like, all right, then fuck you, man. I'm not doing that shit ever again.
For me, I don't comment things, like I don't post things that are sentimental like it first. But if someone hits me with a message within the comments, I'll say something respectful back to them.
Right.
But I can't let the surface see me respectful because they don't like that. They don't like people that are, you know, they don't like people that have respect for other people.
Right. They see it as weakness. Like you're fucking
you're
weak.
A bitch. You're a fucking pussy. You just said happy birthday to somebody. It's like, yo, who failed? Who failed in your life? Who didn't show back up in your life and made you the way you are? Because you just suck.
Oh, you know it's pops. You know it's pops.
Nah, dude, I think it's their moms, man. I think their moms don't love them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe you gotta imagine how many kids out there were just, you know, they were unplanned and then they're just annoyed, right? The parents were annoyed as fuck. They're like, I can't believe I have to raise your ass. And then they slap them around and shit.
I hate you so much.
Just gotta slap them around and shit.
Much. I never wanted you. We're Catholic. I kept you because we're Catholic.
I think that's all of my homies. I think that's all of my fucking homies. My homies that are all fucking like, they have like 10, 15-year gaps in between their other kids and shit.
They're like, damn, bro. They're like, fuck, I can't stand you. I can't stand anything about you. Imagine your parents saying they don't like you, like for real. Like, yo, I don't like you.
That's gotta, whew,
like, you suck. Damn, bro. I just want to punch you in your face.
That would destroy that. You can't. I don't think you can recover from that. I don't think that's something you can recover from.
I think with faith and prayer, you could potentially recover from it.
Oh yeah,
you need faith in God. So you need something to help you out. You know.
I mean, that could help you. I look. I will say, even not being a religious person, I've known a handful of people personally that, you know, put their faith in the Lord, and then they came out on top. You know, because sometimes people feel like they can't do shit on their own. They need some strength. You know, me, I usually draw strength from Batman or something, but, you know, it all works. It all works, bro. You got to think about the adversity that Batman's overcame.
He's a rich white man, bro. His life ain't that hard. He lost both his parents. Like, so have I, bro. You know, like he's like, look, I love Batman. I think Batman's really cool. But as much as I shit on Batman, I shit on Batman a whole lot.
Yeah.
You know, and I realized that I've shit on Batman too much recently, and I had to start shitting on Spider-Man. And I've been doing that. I've been shitting on Spider-Man a lot recently because the Toby stands get so mad when you shit on Spider-Man, even though they act like they know Spider-Man better than me, even though Spider-Man is my hero. That's like, I'm gonna get a Spider-Man tattoo on my chest. Like, I've been planning it for like months.
Well,
but
go get it.
I love Batman. He's a great character. You know, he's a great character, but come on, you gotta be real.
Oh no,
Batman's life. Think of how much worse his life would have been if he was just a regular kid that lost his parents.
Exactly. No, that's why I was laughing.
Would have been just really sad.
That's why I was laughing. There's plenty of orphans out there in the world that actually lost their parents, and they didn't leave behind some insane, billions
wealth,
of an estate, right? Like they don't. It's so
he's got more. Batman's got more money. Batman's got more money than his city has. Gotham is poorer than Batman is. That's how Batman could potentially buy Gotham. Potentially.
Batman can do a lot of good, but he's so fucked in the head, he thinks he has to dress as a bat and beat the shit out of thugs. He thinks he has to do that.
Helps.
He helps, but not enough, in my opinion.
Not enough. What would you have him do then? What would you have?
Well,
Batman
I would want
do?
him to go in the more. I feel like this is the whole argument when I see celebrities like speaking out and they're raising awareness, but they're not actually doing anything. They have the resources to really do amazing things. Like I think about, like, say, someone who you never hear about, Jermaine O'Neal, right? Like Jermaine O'Neal is doing amazing things in Texas right now with his money and his resources, and it's coming out of his pocket, because problems with with the political system. It's very hard to sometimes get people to work with you because you look a certain way, whatever the case is. But you don't really hear about these things. You have to actually seek them out, and then you have to hear it out of his mouth when he's going on a fucking interview or whatever. But then I see, say, some of the most top and wealthiest people in the world that will say some shit. They'll get on their soapbox. And I feel like Batman is doing something just a little bit where it's like, hey man, you're doing good, but at the same time, how good are you doing? Because these people, these villains, they're all still around. These people / villains, they're all still around. So what are you doing really when it comes to your Batman? And it's like, all right, maybe realize that I ain't gonna stop this shit because it's a cycle of violence and people keep breaking out of jail, whatever the case is. Let me focus a little bit more on the charitable side and making sure Gotham is so pristine that nobody wants to. All of those thugs want to go to say Star City or some shit. They want to get the fuck out. They want to go. They want to go to what is it? Where does Barry live? Central City? I can't remember.
Central City, and then it's Coast Cities for Green Lantern, and then it's Metropolis.
Yeah, and wait, which one was Star City? Wasn't it some Star City, or I just make that up?
City, or was it Star City?
Maybe I may have made it up. Who knows?
Coast City is Barry. I know that. I could be wrong, but let me
I probably just made it up. Let's see.
I should know this. That's my fucking. Though I do not read much DC anymore. You may be right. No. It's Coast City.
So Star City is a fictional city that
Star
appears...
Labs. Wait, no. It's also, you're right. That's what Star Labs is.
City also. Oh, it used to be what? Starling City. That's yeah. Okay. Okay. I am so confused. Oh yeah, because it used to be Starling City. That makes fucking sense. Okay. All right. Fuck it. Anyway.
We're getting old. We're forgetting our shit, man.
Yeah, I kind of.
That's why I like Marvel more, because Marvel, I know New York because I'm from New York. So I'm just like,
it makes it way easier that they just use real fucking cities. They use real places. It makes it a lot easier.
I don't know why they didn't use real places in DC. I guess to give real true control of the narrative. You make your own place up.
Yeah.
That's the nature of that, I'm guessing. But damn, bro, that shit's confusing.
It is. I'm like, whatever, dude. I'm over it. Just Metropolis, DC. That's all that. That's it, really. When you really think about it. But enough about these niggas. We can get into. Man, I gotta pull up some.
Let's see.
I got some decent stuff this time. Things weren't just popping off the way that I like to. When I have just things just saved up, but I still have some pretty interesting stuff.
Okay, let's see.
I want to start with one that it kind of is in the same spirit. It's in the same spirit of I think the last 2 episodes where there has to do something with cars. I think for the last 2 episodes we've had at least one video that has to do with cars.
Bro, okay, how bad does this one get? Let me get does it just Does it just keep getting worse, or is it like it crescendos eventually? It just keeps getting worse. I love those videos, dude. Oh my god.
I don't understand this one because of let's just watch it so you can just see, because I kind of like don't understand how this even happens. All right, so cars broken down on the freeway happens, right? It just happens, you know? Then somebody just slams right into it. Somehow, like, it's right in front of you, bro. The car is right in front of you. How do you slam into it?
He almost hit it.
Wait.
What the fuck, dude?
We're not even done yet, bro.
What the fuck is happening?
You think we're done?
Sneaking up on them. It's not sneaking up on them.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
It's not like, wing, I'm here.
Dude, I don't understand that, bro.
It's not even on a bend. It's not even like around like a bend where like, oh shit, where'd that come from? It's just on a highway. These motherfuckers, bro.
I've never like, look. I don't understand how that happens. Genuinely, I even at night, like, what are you doing? There's enough, because obviously a lot of people avoided it because they're just paying attention, they're driving. But to the people that are hitting it, what are they doing? Are they getting some roadhead? Are they changing their fucking CDs or Bluetooth or whatever the fuck? They're doing something long enough to where they're not looking ahead of them, because your fucking lights will reflect that fucking car or those cars.
Literally, it's supposed to do. They're not paying attention, dude.
They're not.
It's just people don't pay attention when they drive, man. It's terrifying.
It
Driving
is terrifying.
Made me learn that for real. Like, people don't pay attention when they drive.
Right.
And it's terrifying because all it takes is one person to fuck up and a lot of people can die.
Right.
It's nutty. It's like dude, like, okay, I'm not promoting this, but there would be times where we would go to parties when we were younger and get fucked up, and one of my friends would drive us home and he'd be fucked up too. And we never even close to got in a crash.
Yeah.
We just got home safe.
I have a theory that, and I always say people don't even test this theory at all, but this is when it came to me, because there was a handful of times that I definitely shouldn't have driven. However, when I'm driving with my music blasting and stuff like that, I think I'm more reckless than when I had a few to drink, and then I would be no music on, both hands on the steering wheel. I'm fucking driving, like, I drive much more attentive, knowing that, like, there's a possibility that, you know, I could be dangerous or whatever. But I never even came close to anything happening to me, right? I'm saying this, I'm not saying this in a way that anyone else should think this way. This is the way that I thought when I was...
Don't do it.
Yeah, obviously. There's Uber and Lyft now. Back then, there wasn't anything like that. Now, like, of course, you in New York, there was some taxi type shit. Nobody was fucking with that shit. But now you just kind of just went, kids got in their cars and shit. But now it's so easy, right? To get a taxi. There's absolutely no reason.
It's so easy, dude. There's no reason to even drive drunk anymore, for real.
At all. Like,
you spend your little bit of money, you get your Uber, you get your Lyft, or because every friend group has that one person that doesn't really get drunk like that, you know?
Yeah.
Let them just bring you back home. Like, it's not a big... If they are homie, they're not going to complain about taking you back home, you know? Like, they're not going to be like, damn, nah, man, that's all out the way. Like, dude, one of my homies lives in Alhambra, and we worked in Glendale. He would have no problem driving me to Burbank and driving to Alhambra. He'd be like, yeah, dude, I want to know you're getting home safe. Like, I just care that you're going to get home safe, because if I don't drive you home, and you huff it however you're going to huff it, then that's money you got to spend, or God knows what could happen to you.
Right. That's
a homie for you, you know? Like, but... Seriously, guys, just try not to drive drunk, because there's so many horror stories of people, like, the final text someone sending her driving drunk, and it sucks. It'd be the stupidest shit. It'd be like dumb shit. And it'd be like, come on, man. Your life is forfeit because of, like, you were just asking some bitch, can I get head today or something like that? And it's like, is that worth it? Is that really, really, really worth it? Like, just not, you're gone now. You're asking this fucking baseline bitch for some head, and now you're dead. Yeah, you're fucking gone.
I've seen a lot of clips like that, and a lot of news reports like that. And I didn't fuck around that much when I was younger, like say as far as that and alcohol or anything. I remember the last time that I ever did anything remotely, because I left a party early because I was just annoyed because this girl that I was kind of messing with at the time, she invited me, but then she was just like, I feel like she invited me to kind of like maybe make me a little jealous or just play some dumb bullshit game that I don't have time for, because then she was kind of like just, you know, just trying to dance with everybody and all this shit. And I just like, I'm like, what the fuck am I here? Anyway, so I was already drinking and stuff, but I never got like super fucked up. And if I did, I definitely was never driving, right? Anyway, so I was in a city that's just, you know, white people city. I definitely not a good idea for me to be driving there late at night. And a cop was tailing, bro, a cop was tailing me. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to jail. I was already just like, this dude's, but he backed off because I was just driving straight. And that was the last time I'm like, I'm talking about not even a fucking one beer. I'm like, if I had one beer, I'm not even gonna do this. Cause nothing ever happened to me, but it was just like the fear that I was like, man, that was, I got lucky. But, and then a lot of people.
It takes one time, bro.
Right.
It takes one time to fuck up. That's why shit like that. I just like, I am a king. I was, especially when I was younger, I used to do a bunch of fuck shit. And the older I got, the more I realized how, like, it's really funny. But when you're younger, you know, you get like yelled at, you get remanded, you get beat and stuff like that. But the older you get, the more like when you do fuck shit, you got to pay with your time or your money. And I don't want to give any of those at all. So I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just fine. I'll deal with this, or fine. We'll worry about something else.
Bro, I had a little bit of an authority problem. Just because I thought a lot of the rules and stuff and things that you had to do, I was a little bit more on the not full blown, because you know, libertarianism has such a negative connotations to it. Like, people think about the crazy rules they argue for and how like liberal should you actually be as far as like the age of consent and all this stuff. You hear all this crazy shit with libertarians. I was never about that life. I was more about, say, just I hate like being forced insurance, forced this. When I'm a good citizen, I'm not getting in any accidents. I'm not this. This is just my mindset at the time. And I bring this up because
you're a metalhead. Of course, it has your mindset. That's all that shit is pumping into your brain, is that the rules are fucking dumb. We should break it.
Well, it's just upsetting that I'm like, yo, I'm paying all this money when it's just like I always hear the anecdotal story, because I don't know if it's true, but people always say that, oh, the first person who came up with the idea, the concept of insurance was hanged. Like, they killed that guy because they're like, you're crazy, and they killed him. And I don't know if that's true, but I've heard that relayed so many times that I'm like, it makes sense that it is true, just because
they hung him. That's so crazy.
Because it's like, fuck, because that's how I feel about insurance. I'm like, I am giving you free money for nothing, because I've never cashed in on insurance ever. The amount of money I've given to these companies over the years for nothing is just highway robbery to me. Anyway, so
absolutely.
I forgot what year this was. It was mid 2000s, and no, mid 2010s. It was like 2010, 11 or something like that. And it was Christmas Eve, and I was gonna pick up this girl. I'm like, oh, let's go spend Christmas Eve. Now, I stopped by the bank because I needed to make a payment, because I was making a payment for a motorcycle that I had. I'm like, cool. And then I was like, I thought about it. I debated, should I go pick her up first or should I go make the payment? I was like, let me make sure that the bank doesn't close or whatever. And then when I got back on the freeway, this was when I was actually in Arizona. And this is when I got back on the freeway, and a cop saw me. And I didn't update my tags because I'm like, fuck this shit. I was like, fuck authority. I just didn't want to do it. I was just like, you know what? I don't want to do it. I'm tired of paying all this fucking money. I don't want to switch over on my tags. I was in Arizona at the time. And then, of course, I just let my insurance expire. I didn't sign up for new premium. So I'm riding dirty. And then, so he pulls me over, and I was like, fuck. And then, of course, he just tells me, hey, man, like, I ran your shit, and I'm sorry, but I just can't let you drive. And I was like, yeah, I get it. There's too much shit. There was, I'm sorry, I forgot the most important part. That happened, I actually got pulled over before, for the no insurance, no registration. Yeah, I messed the story up. I never took care of those tickets. because I was like, fuck these motherfuckers. So this was my of course, this was the stupidest shit I ever could have did, because basically I would have paid probably like $200 to have that shit taken care of, because it was really just like fix it ticket type things. Go get your insurance, go get your registration, and then you fucking pay a small little fee or whatever. Instead, I let it go because I'm like, fuck this shit, I don't care. And then I moved. That shit turned into my license being suspended. And I didn't even know, because I wasn't getting I was getting nothing. I was getting no email or nothing. So then I got pulled over that Christmas Eve. And then he was like, hey, dude, there's too many things going on. No license. I didn't even know. And I was like, shit. So he took my car, gave me a ride home, though, which was, I was like, all right, man. See, you can't say all cops are bastards, because that nigga could have just left me on the fucking freeway.
Yo, when you get blessed by a police officer, dude. There was one time. There's a story that I really hope no one in my family reads this. There's one time with me and my cousin. We we went to the big city where I went to school, and we were picking up weed. We picked up a half an ounce of weed, and while we were coming back home, we got pulled over by a cop, and he was like, guys, do you understand what happens if you are caught with this much marijuana? Do you understand? We didn't even get like a UPM. We would have been like, we would have been like, intent to sell. And we would have gotten a lot of shit. He was like, you have any clue what happens to this? Like, you guys could have really got in trouble. And he was like, I'm going to take this. I'm going to throw this in the water. And you guys are going to go home. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And my cousin was mad, but I was like, dude, don't do anything stupid. This man could kill us right now. He has the right. He has the authority to kill us right now. And he was like, all right, whatever. And then years later, I worked at Starbucks, and I saw that cop come through the drive-thru. And he was like, Jameson, right? And I was just like,
yo, where my weed, nigga?
I was just like, oh shit. He was like, how you doing, man? I was like, you staying out of trouble? I'm like, yeah, dude. I gave him free drinks. For the years I worked there, I gave him free drinks every time. That man literally could have just ended me. He could have just clicked delete on my life. I would have went in jail for like I think at the time that would have been like a felony offense.
With the amount you had, probably, yeah.
We had so much weed on us, dude. We had so much weed that when you picked it up, you've noticed how it had weight. And I was just like, yo, I literally blessed. I'm pretty sure more than an eighth is with intent to sell. And that's when you can get like a fucked up charge. At least now. I don't know what happens anymore. I think it's legal all over the country. Which is weird. It's legal. It's legal, but people are still serving like criminal charges in jail for having it.
The fact that
which is just the most fucking ridiculous thing ever.
Out, like literally just, hey, get out. It's go. Literally, it doesn't. That's the crazy. That doesn't make it. I don't want to get into that.
That shit is so fucking. Just gonna make me mad, bro. That is the most insane thing ever, bro. It's like, imagine someone just lived longer than a prohibition, and the motherfucker's still in jail now. He's just been in jail since the prohibition. He got arrested the night before the prohibition ended, and he's still in jail.
I mean, there's a definite possibility that could be happening.
I hate. Dude, the people in power suck so much fucking dick, man. They just suck dick. They're just the worst.
It's a fucking nightmare, bro. That's why, like, I can't take. There's always people that are always rooting for their team or whatever, their politician, their president or whatever, and I can't take any of these people seriously, because something as simple as that, like with the justice system, I'm like, why are these people still in jail? I was just thinking about, like, say, because Ghislaine Maxwell, I guess she's in trial right now, and the media's being all quiet, and then I'm just looking at a clip circulating of Trump partying with Epstein. And I'm just like, I can't believe all these people fuck with this dude, knowing that he was fucking pals with this guy. No, they would just because of tribalism. That's it. Because if fucking Biden, dude, bro, was partying with they would never leave him alone. They would never stop talking about it, bro.
I'm gonna be very real about something, bro.
Go ahead, and then we'll get into the real shit.
Okay, let's get. Okay, we'll go to some fuck shit after this.
Yeah, yeah, but tell me.
We're using our minds too much, and I feel like people on the internet are not gonna like that.
You want to finish your thought or no?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. So what's weird is that the fanaticism that's come out of religion, and I'm not. This is no shade to anybody, but the fanaticism that comes out of religion,
right,
was definitely, I think, the YouTuber movement at the time, the news, and Donald Trump's like just master manipulation turned politics into something that was truly very important to now. Even people that care about it can't care about it, dude. It's just so, it's gross, dude. The way people fanatically went, like the way people fucking defended Hillary Clinton, even though she literally had people killed. People were killed, and then she lied to their families about it. The way people fucking just latched on Donald Trump, even though objectively he was a bad president, and I'm pretty sure that nigga has the bombing record as a president. He beat Barack Obama, I'm pretty sure, which is crazy because Barack was the GOAT. He was Steph Curry with the bombs. And Donnie beat him somehow. And then like the way that the fucking Capitol was stormed, bro. People really thought like that happened in our life, dude. That's going to be in the history books, Derek.
It is.
That is going to be when we have grandkids and they're flipping through history and they're going to be like, "What grandpa lived through? Grandpa, were you around when these fucking idiots?" Because Donald Trump literally condemned those fuckers afterwards. He was like, "You guys shouldn't have done that. Y'all niggas is dumb and gay." Literally, like, verbatim. Verbatim. He said, "Y'all niggas are dumb and gay." And I know I said nigga and gay.
Damn. See, that's the type of shit that I was like, yeah, I really don't like this dude, but that was dope.
I'm like, yeah, man, this guy sucks. But he said nigga out loud in front of everybody. So I kind of respect that, because Klansmen suck. The Ku Klux Klan is full of a bunch of terrorist monsters. But bro, just say it. But their willingness to say nigga sometimes is what I need to hear, bro. That shit gets me through the day. I'm just like, you know what, man? He at least he knew what he's gonna say. These 8 black men are gonna beat him to death, but he was no bitch. He said what he meant. He was like, "You fucking naughty-headed niggas are the reason why they beat him to death." I respect it. I respect that, I don't like him. I don't like his motives. I disagree with them, but God, there's some sort of respect for someone to say that.
Right. I feel you. So have you seen this guy switching gears? Oh wait, no, not this person.
That's a woman ill.
Have you seen this dude? This guy is my favorite person on the internet. Like,
Derek, this guy is gonna get people killed. Derek.
He is my favorite person ever.
He looks like my uncle. Ew. Does he? He looks like my uncle. Oh my God, bro.
This guy.
He looks like more than one of my uncles. That's disgusting.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me. There's a different one that I want to pull up. I think there's the first one. Hold on one second.
This man is going to be the death of many people.
Right. Okay, so this was the major one. So I've been keeping tabs on this dude for quite some time because there's a Instagram page called McDojo Life where it's all about these grifting kung fu people and they document this guy quite a bit, and I love him so much to the point where he's even kind of getting in on he's discovering, he's self-aware to where he's even, I saw an Instagram or TikTok reel or whatever of him playing into how like people are like, this shit is so dangerous. But I'm gonna play him demonstrating how to defend yourself from a group of motherfuckers trying to stomp you in.
What you should do is this.
We can't get him, man. Could you imagine scientifically they couldn't get him, bro? That motion, the way he moves, his hand motion prevents him from being grappled. Like people can't approach him from the rear.
You try, and there's just something there that you're like, what? Like it just literally doesn't work. Like what?
Your brain function gets all fucked up. You start thinking slower, and you're like, "What's happening? What's happening to me? I can't get him. What is this man?"
This guy is amazing. Oh my god! Just this type of like he shows you like you're fighting a guy that's armored with the fucking Master Chief helmet on, essentially.
Someone's armored. That's a hard fight. That's a hard fight.
Dude, you're not beating this guy in close quarter combat unless you're an expert grappler and start just, knee barring him or something.
Dismantling him as a person.
But you're not going to do anything to his look.
Training. We have this and other advanced training for you available in our level 3 protector memberships.
Like, imagine doing that to that guy. Try this combo elbow thing with a guy wearing a fucking helmet.
Oh my god, it's not even cleanly used. He's not even executing it well.
It wouldn't even hurt. Like, what is
you would just hurt your hand. You could potentially, and this is extreme. You could potentially make him knock himself out easier if he falls down and there's this extra motion on his head hitting the helmet. That's potentially. But you're not gonna outfight him. You're not gonna outfight this man who's in armor. It's like me fighting Master Chief and being like, look at this combination real quick, and slapping Chief in the back of the head, and I'm like, I won.
I love this screen share too, because it shows like person clearly like they liked it to like, yo, this shit's dope. This shit's fucking dope. Look at this guy.
If the gun is to the rear of your head, pin here to the column, drive away. It'll peel out.
And I knew that shit wasn't gonna work.
Go on, bro. He's that fast, bro.
Because that's like, this is the realest shit, though.
I really hope everybody understands that's a joke. If somebody puts a gun to you, you do what they want.
They have the magic
do it. Stick. They at that moment they have plus 100 in every stat. And they got the fucking magnet from Mario and Sonic where they get all the rings. I'm giving them every dime in my pocket. I'm gonna be like, yo, here you go. That's why I think I should. I'm not gonna carry cash on me. I'm taking all the cash on my wallet right now.
That's probably smart. I mean, I usually like to keep one 20 on me, just because there's been enough times to where stores their cashier thing broke down or whatever happened. Actually, I went to go get a haircut, and their whole system went down, and so it just actually worked out for me to just pull out straight cash, man.
Nah, man, you carry a bunch of ones on you, so it looks like it's a lot, and you carry your cards, man.
I mean, I guess a bunch of ones. I mean, but that'll look like that. Your girl just thinks you're going to a strip club. Then you know what I mean.
My girlfriend knows I can't survive in a strip club. I get beat up every time I go to one.
Beat up every time.
Every time I get beat
What are you in the fucking NBA? You always hear about those niggas going to the fucking strip club and there's always a shootout like every time.
Off, dude. It's like, yo, what is like y'all don't like. First, I've been to like 3 strip clubs in my life, and I go there and I don't want to be there. One, I feel like I'm just wasting my time.
Nah.
But like I go there and I'm like, I sit down, I'm respectful. A girl comes over to me, I'm like, hello. I try to talk to her. I'm like, hey, what's up? Yeah. How long you been stripping? You have how many kids? Oh man, none of their dads are around. That's crazy. That's wild. So what's your name again? Oh, Sparkles? Crazy, dude. I wouldn't have guessed that. I wouldn't have guessed your name had involved something shiny. That's crazy.
Oh yeah,
you relax. They usually have good wings. I went to a strip club in Atlanta, bro. I went to Magic City, the strip club.
I've heard of that.
When I turned 18 or 19, I went there with them, bro. The strip club was impressive because there was a lot of like really impressive, like every kind of girl you could think of was there. But what made it even crazier was the wings, bro. They had a bar where they had wings, and the wings went hard. They were buffalo wings. And I was like, yo, this shit is delicious. And I was eating wings the whole night. They're like, man. Like a private dance, man? I get your private dance. One of my cousins were like, hey, fuck out of here. Can you want a private dance? I get one of them. And I'm just like, nah, son, these wings hit though. and I just ate wings and just watched girls be naked, and I was like, oh, this is cool, but these wings are hitting way harder than anything else in this place.
I mean, that's actually not a bad thing. Like, it's like, yeah, if you're just going to eat and stuff, might as well see some titties or something. I get that, you know. But yeah, the idea, the concept of strip clubs in general, man, because people don't really understand. I'm like, dude, this is the inception of simps, of simping, going to strip clubs. Like,
people think it's so fucking. People think it's so real. Like you're a G if you go to a strip club, but it's like, no, this is just porn in a more inconvenient situation. Just watch porn at your house,
dude. A girl is rubbing on you for 30, 40 seconds if you pay for a lap dance, because they never finish. It's always it's whatever the fee is per song. Because I've only been to like maybe 3, maybe 4. I don't know. I know I've definitely been to, I would say 3 for sure. Because I know I went to a birthday party the first time I went one when I turned 18.
Same.
Some other shit. And then I went to a bachelor party. My friend's brother was getting married. So we went up and that one was interesting because, well, see, in California, they don't do, if they serve alcohol, they don't do fully nude. And then
they don't?
Nah, in California, if you want fully nude, it has to be, it'll be dry. No alcohol.
At least for like the strippers that come to your place, right?
No, stripper come to your place. That's whatever between you and the private. That's a private thing, right? I don't even think that's legal, to be honest. I don't think in California like escorts are legal. I don't think
is it escorting. I guess it's escorting.
Well, if you bring someone to the house, because like for my friend's birthday, his 21st birthday or 22nd, whichever, we booked a hotel and then we got 2 girls to come over. And they were like, you know, stripper, whatever. There was a bouncer dude. I forgot what those guys are called. My friend did that job where he holds the money and they make sure like nobody tries to do any weird shit to him. So that guy was just chilling. And I was like, oh, it's weird, you know, but he's just some big beefy guy, obviously. And then like I don't think
until him, bro. I feel like he would have had more interesting stories. I'd be like, yo, I gotta talk to you, dude.
Right. I'm sure he's gotten some shit.
And like, yo, what's the fucking wildest thing you've seen, dude?
Bro, we were broke. It was funny because we were broke as fuck when we did that, because that type of service is for ballers, right? So we paid. They fucking did their little thing, and then they were about ready to bounce. They're just like, they were literally gonna bounce. Like, wait, you just been here for like fucking 15, 20 minutes. Like we paid you up front for a service, but they were like, whatever. They're like, well, you can pay us extra if you want some private dance, not private. If you just want dances in front of anyone. And we're just like, fuck, man. And then they were like, oh, if you have this much, then, you know, we can go fucking all this shit. And we're just like, bro, we were all like, dude, we were all fucking just like, my homie worked at that hotel. So we're just hotel job. I think I was working at a warehouse at that time. Like like, that's not like type of, we were so inexperienced. We didn't know the whole deal and any of that stuff. Cause we're just regular people, bro. But, yeah, and I think that shit isn't legal in California to be able to do that. I could be wrong. Like maybe private dances are like just, you know, no sex stuff. Maybe that's legal. I have no fucking idea. I know obviously where I live now in Vegas, it's just a whole different. This is like a whole nother country.
Anything goes in Vegas, bro.
Nevada's like a whole nother country, bro. It's weird. Like, I mean, I'm over in the north to where it's all boring over here and just chill. But that's why I like it, but you can go on the strip and get into some fucking mischief.
Dude, Vegas is a whole realm, man.
Yeah.
Because I have friends who've had strippers come over and they've definitely fucked the strippers. And I'm like, did you pay him? He's like, I didn't pay him a dime, bro. I just spit G and fucked the stripper. And I'm like,
I mean, you can probably do some shit like
you.
One time I was at a strip club. It was for, I think it was my homie's birthday again. So I think for 2 consecutive birthdays, we went to strip club. Well, it was the one we got the hotel, and then one time we actually went to a strip club. But my homie likes that shit. At least he did. And there was a girl, because I broke as fuck, going there to support my homie. And I think I got like a dance or 2 or whatever. And I'm like, all right, I'm out. I'm tapped out. I don't give a fuck. I just spent like $20, $30. And I was like, I'm tapped out. And, this one girl, she came over to me, and then, you know, we were just like chopping it up, and I told her right up front, I was like, hey, yo, like, I ain't got shit. You ain't gonna get nothing out of me. I literally have no more money. And she was like, oh, whatever. And then she just wanted to chill, and then she stayed there. I'm like, what the fuck? This bitch is missing out on so much money. Like, what is she doing? And we were just chilling. I was like, yo, is this like, is this gonna go somewhere? Am I gonna get some shit? And then what happened was my homie saw that like I was just chilling with her for so long. He's like, hey man, get a dance from her, and then handed me some money, and then it like just made it totally business. And that chick afterwards kind of snapped out of it, bro. She was just snapped out of it, and she was like, all right, business time. And I was like, what the hell was that? I was so
You almost had it, bro. You almost had it, man. Your friend fucked it over for you. You should have beat his ass, honestly.
It was his birthday, whatever. And he went to the private back room, and he got some crazy shit going on. Probably spent way too much money. But hey, man, if that's your prerogative, I like to spend my money a little bit differently. I've been very, very adamant on like, I'm so against spending a lot of money on sex. Like that's such I
can't. Well, think of it like this, all right? Now look.
Go ahead.
Look. Think of it like this, all right? You're for the most part with sex, you always spend a bunch of money. Think of your girlfriend now at the moment, right?
No, I know where you're getting at.
To pay money for just sex, it's not. I'm against. I'm not. That's not me. I'm not doing that.
I agree.
I refuse. I think I'm decent enough looking, and I think I am charming enough to get sex without having to spend any money for it.
Whatever, nigga.
In the forefront. Yeah. But like I've spent so much money on my girlfriend. Like, dude, I'm spending $1,000 this Christmas on my girlfriend.
That's $1,000.
One just Gene. It's not even for her. It's for her whole family. For her, I'm spending like $500. For her whole family, the other family is $500. That's an insane amount of money, dude.
Where's that? Hold on. I want to pull up a clip real quick. That'll represent what you just told me.
Please don't make fun of me too much. Come on, man.
I don't know if I can find it.
Gamer simp.
And who's that? Oh, it's Mr. MVP. Simp.
I see you right there, man. That's fucking.
The way he says it is so bad.
Simp.
Bro, I hate it, man. I'm not a simp because that's my girlfriend. You know, like it's different. It's a different.
Bro, you're
culture.
buying her family shit.
They've bought me gifts too every Christmas though. They don't just not get me stuff for Christmas.
$500, dude. $500 for your fucking. No, I wouldn't even say step because y'all or in-laws because y'all aren't married yet. You know what I'm saying?
But
basically you're married. Is that what you're gonna say?
Nah, it's every year. They bless me with parent presents too. Don't get me wrong; the presents are not as good as mine usually.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Just do the whole dog shit gift cards. Do the dog shit gift cards, bro.
I don't do the gift cards. It gotta be something personal.
I hate that shit. I don't even like you. I'm gonna tell you something. This is just from my point of view. I hate personal gifts because there's too much pressure. You never know deep down if someone really likes the shit or not because they're never gonna tell you. They're never gonna tell you if it's bad.
If you know someone well enough, you know what kind of things you can get them. It's
sure.
Easy. Like if I was to give you a gift, I would get you something involving Tali'Zorah from freaking from Mass Effect. Are you son Mass? I'll give you anything from Mass Effect. Yeah, and you'd be like, this is fucking sick.
Understandable.
If you know someone, then you can get them gifts.
Yeah. I mean, I guess so.
Like my girlfriend, if I get her anything that's Disney or anything involving Animal Crossing, she'll be like, I love this.
Yeah, I mean, so look at I think your significant other is that's different. You definitely want to get your significant other something. I was thinking more of like, say, family and extended family type things.
They're around. They're always around. They never leave. They never just go away. They never just leave ever. So I know what to get them.
I try my best to like just distance myself from a lot of that shit because to be honest, I just don't like the obligation. I really don't. I hate the obligation,
I'm very much so like, because they're there and my girlfriend cares so much about them, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of money every year for them because like it's also making people happy. So like I don't mind doing it, but I do understand like I do understand that like when we get married and we have kids and shit, that's not happening anymore. No. Like
right.
That's out the window. I gotta save money for my house and my family, stuff like that. But for now, like I'm not like like I have a bit of disposable income. Like I might as well, bless them with a present or two because her parents. When I didn't have a laptop for school, her dad bought me a laptop out of the kindness of his heart. When I was doing very bad, her mom and her dad definitely pulled up for me and helped me out. So I appreciate them. But like,
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I get that because I haven't had an experience like that. So, you know what I mean? Maybe I would.
it's crazy, bro.
I would think differently.
It's insane having a girlfriend whose family is like willing to accept you genuinely. Because every girlfriend I've had, their parents have liked me for the most part. Unless I'm like dating an Asian person, you know. And I mean like an Asian, like Indian or something like that. They've always like liked me a lot.
Right.
But like when it comes to like other, like my girlfriend, her family's the best I've ever met in my life. Like they're great. I like them more than I like lots of my family members, bro.
Yeah. They like your money. That's what they like your money now. I'm just kidding.
I don't have money. I don't have money now. I don't got shit. All
right. Speaking
they
of,
knew before I had anything.
We were talking about like, before we got onto this sentimental gift shit. We were talking about strip clubs and like women or whatever. And I just wanted like, because you said like Magic City or whatever. You said the girls variety was good and stuff like that.
Insane, dude.
So I was shown the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my entire life. I didn't think beauty like this was this possible.
How okay, let's see.
All right. I want you to close your eyes because I want to prepare this. Like don't
It's
open
gonna be
your eyes
something
yet.
fucked, Derek. I know you, Derek. It's gonna be something
It's
fucked.
not gonna be
Whatever.
that bad. It's gonna be pretty awesome, but don't open them yet. Not yet. I want to prep because I want you to oh shit, hold on, don't open them yet. Cause I just want to get the music because I don't know if this is copyright claim. All right, go ahead, dog. Show me. What do you think? What do you think of this? What do you think of this beautiful? This
She looks like what a 5th grader would draw a woman like. She looks like she's gonna have huge titties and the biggest butt ever. And she's gonna be so hot. Oh my god. Look, oh please stop. They look like balloons. Jesus Christ. Oh my lord, dude. She looks like somebody mixed a bunch of Bionicles together and made the ultimate Bionicle enhanced woman, bro.
ultimate Bionicle.
She's just like, enhanced. How does she sleep?
That is the fucking question. How does she sleep, bro?
She has to deflate them. She has to like get the cork, like on beach balls where you just pop the cork and it's or she sleeps standing up, bro. Like it's impossible.
Look at this just amazing specimen of a human being. I'm talking about, for listeners, titties are triple Z's. I don't know what the hell you would call.
She looks like a character from a hentai.
It's her hips are as big as her tits. Her ass is bigger than her tits.
Dude.
Look at this ratio. Like it's so ridiculous. And look at this.
I'm not gonna shame her because I actually don't believe in body shaming. That's like a thing I stand beside. But like, man, she just looks like augmented, dude.
You can obviously body shame this because
she looks like she's a secret weapon. Like like those are batteries in front of her. And if she she can open her mouth and like shoot a positron beam out. Like Jesus Christ.
Like this is like said, body shaming. If you have a natural body, I think it's kind of fucked up to body shame, unless you're with your friends and you're just behind closed doors. But you usually don't let shit out into the ether, right? But this is just the worst case of body dysmorphia, right? Because like
that's
this
bad.
It's not. That's why.
What do you think is worse? What do you think is worse? This or the people that think they're the wrong race and they change their race? Like that white boy, that white British kid that became Asian, he transformed himself into an Asian.
Yeah, he wanted to be South Korean because he wanted to be like one of those BTS niggas or whatever. What do I think is worse? I think.
What do you think is crazier?
I think it's crazier for this only because of like when I think this is crazier because of what they actually do to themselves
To their body. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because it's to live this way to where she obviously like sleeping's got to be fucking a nuisance for her, right? Like that they said. And it's just and imagine the pain of putting those things in your body and stretching your skin that much. It's got to be so fucking painful. I can only imagine. This is like you are so far gone to think that this is even remotely attractive. And the other people, it's obviously insane as well, but to me, it's almost just like a normal case of insanity, schizophrenia, or something. Whatever. I don't know what to diagnose it as for those people that want to be transracial or whatever. But they just have money to do dumb shit. This stuff is like way.
For me, I think this is more art than the fact of what the people that do transracial stuff is. If you're transracial, it just means you really like a culture. You don't gotta go and change the way you look for it, you know?
Right.
But like for me, like I was a weeb when I was younger. I didn't become Asian. I didn't like go like fuck it. I'm gonna become an Asian person.
I had no guarantee.
For this seems crazy because is that her before she evolved?
That's what I was thinking. Like, is this old her?
Is there
a rare picture of my lesbian phases? Wow, look at her normal face, bro. Like, looks like she had a little bit of lady. Right. It looks like she had a little bit of work done on her lips even at that point, but it was tolerable. It wasn't like, say, like literally now inflatable fucking tubes
used to be beautiful. Someone said you used to be beautiful.
let me give that shit a little like. Boom. Let me give that shit a little
terrible.
like. Give that shit a little like.
Oh my god, that's so fucking petty. I don't even have hate for this. I just think it's kind of extreme.
Oh, no. I don't hate it either.
I think it's kind of extreme.
It's absolutely extreme. I'm not hating on this broad. If I ever saw this girl in person, I'd be like, "Can I please take a picture with you?" Holy fucking shit!
I feel like I saw her at what you call it one day. I feel like I saw her at what you call it, Santa Monica Beach.
You either saw her or because dude, I follow a woman that's not as bad as this. All right, so maybe you saw this girl. I don't know.
Oh my god, so her face is so gaunt. If I saw her, I would. Oh my god, that's not the filter.
That's not a filter, bro. This is really her. Let's here's a good one. Here's a good where you can really see her.
Her body's so gaunt. Oh my gosh.
And she's fucking tan like a fucking hot dog, dude. She looks like a street dog,
girlfriend. Dude. Jesus Christ.
Look at that.
My girlfriend's like burnt and she's burnt. Look at, oh my god. Wow.
I know, right? She's hot, right? You're like really taken aback by how attractive she is.
I'm looking at her, I can say that much.
So how much, dude? How much to hit that?
How much to hit it? I'm planning on being a married man soon, so I don't know.
Hey man, let's pretend like that you're single, and this chick walks up to you. Do you hit it for free, or do you need something in exchange to hit that?
I hit it for free for the story. I wrap it up and I hit it for free for the story, and then I go home. I just kind of think about like, am I going too far? Like, what's my because you know when there's a long drought, a man's mind is hazy. A man's mind is hazy, and
right.
But her face I think she could scare me. Like her face could definitely frighten me if I'm not ready for it.
Bro, that's some alien shit. It's like haunting.
If you showed me her face, if you told me to close my eyes and open my eyes and I would saw her face, I could have screamed. I could see myself being like, ah.
Now, obviously, there is a teeny bit of filter on with it smoothed out, and then like say the eyes are a little bit fake, like with the what is that called, the mascara, and mascara is the stuff on your fucking. I hate makeup. I don't even know about the shit. The eyeliner. The eyeliner is like it seems like a part of the filter, but the shape of her face and everything, this is the real deal. Like she got enough.
I wanna touch her jaw. Her jaw looks like a bicycle seat. It's so like
totally,
so,
bro.
Like, proper. Like
it totally.
I just want to like talk to her. That's something her before she had some more work done. That's her a little before she had like some more recent work done.
Bro, her fucking. You ever seen those wax lips? Like I
don't know how people get their lips so big, dude.
It's crazy. It's just like. Like I want to show you a contrast. Here, let me pull it up of his. I want to show you the contrast to the male version of this. I want to show you the male version.
Isn't it that like the Chad?
So it's not that. I'm just showing you how big is too big. Where there's this guy named Rich Piana, where he had like the dysmorphia enough to where his arms are so stupidly big because not only did he do insane amounts of steroids, he also got implants to make his arms even bigger. Because if you look at the ratio of his size of his body, like look at his forearms, but then look at his biceps and his delts. They're way too big. They don't make sense. Like they don't match even at all. So he got, everybody was like, oh, he got implants. And you can see like an old picture of him when he was just like a regular bodybuilder and shit. But this is like, they see themselves as just like puny, or this guy does, and he keeps going. Like those fucking, that chick with the lips and stuff and all them. They're like, my lips are too small. So then they turn them into fucking balloons. And then they're like, my tits are too small. It's like I know a homegirl that her tits are almost as big as like the ones that you see in like this type of shit. Like they're so big. And I'm like, you are a very attractive woman, but your tits are so big. Only like freaks really like this. Like, you know, those guys that are just like, oh, I love the tits that are unreasonably big. And she did it. And it's fucking, you know, it's unfortunate, but you know, she's cool. She's still cool, but I just like, it just happens. And I mean, I have a slight version, nothing crazy, but because I, you know, the bodybuilding industry and the fitness industry is so important to me that even when like I remember being in a decent shape, I still felt like I was still fat and stuff, and I still had to like, man, there's still gut left over, there's still titty left over and all this shit, and it would really like, you know, annoy me. And now I'm fucking way bigger than I was, say, when I was maybe around, I was like 190. Right now I'm like 225 right now or some shit. And I'm just like, I can't believe looking at old pictures of myself. I'm like, I thought that I was fucking out of shape and all fucked up. So
it's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
it's wild. I just don't feel like when I look at because I'm at least 120 pounds like heavier than when I was like playing basketball all the time. Like I was like way thinner. I had like abs. Like I was like a fucking I was a little menace. And like I'm in way worse shape. But I don't think I suffer from a severe case or any case of dysphoria or morphia, so I'm fine. Dysmorphia. I think dysphoria is the one for like transsexuality. My bad.
Yeah, right.
So I just think it's crazy how people like. I think it's so crazy the uncomfortability in your own skin to the point it gets like that level. I'm just like, this is wild to me. But like, more power to them, you know.
That level is insane. It sucks. Like I said, I don't have anything even near. Like I can never even ever imagine getting some type of fucking plastic surgery. Like I don't have any type of.
I could see myself doing it, but like I gotta go hard. I gotta get like extra arm and shit like that. Like I would have to go
plastic surgery. Like what do you?
I would have to. If I'm, because at that moment it's art, you know. I'm trying to be the crazy looking motherfucking period, you know. I want to look like fucking Goro by the end of the fucking time I'm done. Like I want to be just a fucking freak. You know, not even this. Like these are people trying to find the way that they want their body to look. I want to be insane looking.
Like
I want to look like that guy's fucking augmented. Obviously,
so he's not augmented, but he's another one of these people who claims to be natty.
He's augmented. That's what I mean by augmented. That motherfucker's not. This is not natural. This is not a natural fucking size of a person.
Clearly not natural. But he's another one of those people that won't admit that he's obviously on steroids, and it's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying. And this always has to be prefaced. Every time people talk about this stuff, it's this stupid disclaimer that you always have to fucking include. It's like, yo, just because a person's on steroids doesn't mean they didn't work incredibly hard to get that still. Because
people don't know that. People don't know that. People don't understand. A lot of people don't understand, well, the workout culture. Because I thought it was like that too. Until I watched Pumping Iron and stuff like that, and I realized that like these motherfuckers are all roided up, but I forgot who it was. I think it was I forgot who it was. I have to ask my roommate Joe. He's like a really big into bodybuilding. Mm-hmm. Like you've met Joe before, right?
Yeah. Joe
is jacked up. Joe's
juicy. Joe's big.
Joe's juiced up. He's a brocky dude, and I think he's reaching his limit for like That's as big as he can get.
Right.
Before he has to start using
He has to start. He has to
get bigger.
He has to do something.
You
Yeah.
know? And he's fine with that. He's like, I'm fine to reaching my max. I'm proud to reach my peak. You know that, and
Right.
that's fine.
Because
but like these motherfuckers,
yeah,
are augmenting. They are using enhancing drugs, and they're still working out hard. They're still working out 6 days a week. You know, they're still
you have to
doing 3 hours of cardio a week, like running up and down, running miles, and they're still fucking lifting every day.
Right.
They're doing that because you won't just if you just take steroids, you'll get big. You won't get like muscly. You'll just get large. That's what they give the kids that have like problems with their fucking lungs and stuff.
Right.
They give them steroids to help them strengthen their muscles.
Yeah, you can
But
get
it's not
like
going to define your muscle.
Exactly. You can get stronger by because the people also need to understand how, like, say most steroids work, the ones that people will like to take. It's one of the biggest things is recovery, and people don't understand that what you have, what these people are able to do is what a normal person can't do. You can work out much longer, much more frequent, recover way faster. So you're now building much more muscle quicker. A normal person, if you work as hard as them, you'll be shredded and fucked for probably 2 to 3 days before you can even get back into the gym because your body doesn't recover as quick. These motherfuckers will recover in an afternoon just because of the type of shit they have.
Literally, they fucking like think of it like this. Like when I would work out, like when I work out hard, like for me, maybe like now it's not even close to, but when I would work out hard, like I'd go a whole day, I'd go there for 3 hours. I'd bang out the gym, you know. I'd start with my fucking arms. I'd go arms into traps into back. No, arms into biceps, then delts and back, you know. Mm-hmm. And if I do that hard and I did like my 35 minutes of cardio afterwards, I'm hurt. My body is in pain after that.
Yeah.
And then if I go back to the gym, I have to work out a whole other part of my body. And then maybe do cardio again because I'm doing that for my heart. Your heart is strong. It can recuperate very fast. That's like the point of your cardiovascular part of your body. It's like it recuperates quickly to keep you moving. But then after those 2 days, if I work out hard and I full body myself in 2 days, maybe the second day from arms I can do arms again. Maybe. That's not like you can't just work out every day all week and be fine. There's a lot of people that work out like every other day. They go to get a pump in every other day, or they work out like 4 days a week and then they stop because you can hurt yourself literally, or especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you're not cycling through your body correctly, you'll fucking snap something and you'll just be like, well, I'm done. Yeah, I can't move anymore.
Right. And it's one of those things where I would say anybody who doesn't know about this stuff, there are people who have definitely done studies and shown like, all right, so I'm taking 200 milligrams of testosterone per week or something, and I'm not going to do anything. And then I'm not going to do anything for a few months and we'll see the results. And it's barely anything versus the people that are working their fucking asses off and then they're getting mountains of muscle, like 10, 15, 20 pounds of muscle in 6 months. And it's like, yeah, you had to do something. And that's why like steroids are actually pretty wonderful, you know, if you don't abuse them to the point where, you know, you look like one of those mountains of muscle where now your organs are so fucking huge and everything, you're not have problems when you're 40 something. But like, you know, you can be lucky, like you're like what's his name, Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever, where they're old motherfuckers. They did their thing and they got out of it quick enough, and they didn't push it to the limit like say a Ronnie Coleman or whatever. People that because they're pushing it to limits that I'm like, dude, all these motherfuckers are gonna die.
Like Ronnie Coleman was in it for the glory of it because he enjoyed seeing how strong he was getting, but he didn't push himself hard enough to be because he could have got strongest man for his like age, his like period of time. He has the record for the leg press. I think he leg pressed like nearly 2,000 pounds. That's absurd. That is insanity. That is crazy. That means that he could leg press a polar bear. That means if he fell back and you land on his feet and he kicked out at you, you would go flying. You would actually go through the air and land. He was so fucking powerful. Like I think Ronnie Coleman is a prime example of like people that just push it too far. He got too obsessed by the game of being like just getting juiced all the time, and it led to him getting hurt.
Yeah, he even said that, like, they're like, oh, now with your back and everything being fucked up, do you have any regrets? It's like, the only regret that I have is I didn't lift even heavier. Like, he just wanted more weights. He wanted
to get stronger, bro. And he had the build, man. He had the potential. He had the potential to become like he could have went further if he wanted to. He just chose to like cool himself down.
If Ronnie Coleman existed, was young now, with all the knowledge available, it would be
He'd be a demon.
Terrifying. It would be fucking terrifying.
He could yell and probably make rocks float like Dragon Ball Z characters. Like he'd probably have such a strong body he could actually use ki if he wanted to.
So we'll just end up on this last thing. I just want to show the audience, for the people that are watching, these two people who claim to be natural, Bradley Martin and Simeon Panda. Simeon Panda definitely claims to be natural. I don't know.
Simeon Panda? These niggas are... Look at these... Dude, look... Okay, all right. People are gonna clap back in the comments and be like, "You have no clue you're talking it, bro." Dude, look, I'm not a workout head, but dude, when I played ball, we'd work out all the time. And like I feel like if I definitely put myself to the grind and like lost a bunch of weight and worked out, I could be a huge guy because I'm naturally very big.
You have the frame to fucking pack on muscle, bro.
I have the frame and I do gain muscle fast. Like I have the potential to be big, but I won't be that. I'll just be large and toned. I won't be like, look at these guys. Look at these guys' arms.
Look, traps is a huge sign of steroids.
This motherfucker has a turtle shell on the back his back, bro. Like what?
And it's you know what the thing that's so impressive to me is how, because I am not a good liar. It's how impressively these people lie about this shit. It's the thing that's what's so like the Rock.
That's why it's different.
They are, but if someone's throwing me a lot of money, I just feel like I would probably, there's those people the psychologists that just know how to see people lying and shit. They're like, oh, you this, they pick up on social cues. I feel like because since I've never had any practice with like just bullshitting, I feel like I would be caught so easily if I were to be like, yeah, I'm natty.
I would just tell the truth. I'd be like, I'm fucking juiced.
They need to.
My balls are tiny as shit, dude. Like I'm fucking, I'm a monster and I could kill you. I'm juicing and I'd beat your ass. You can't beat me up. I'd fuck you up. I'd be obnoxious about it.
Bro, there's plenty of people. There's like plenty of people that would sponsor you, even being like, oh dude, I'm juiced out of my mind, but like you still can never you don't have the genetics, you don't have the drive, you don't have the money to get to where I get. I mean, it's true.
Literally what it is. It's genetics. It's not just have you seen Kai Green? Have you seen Phil Heath? Those motherfuckers have genetics.
Yeah, like
to get them to like. Not everyone could be like that. Like
I can't get there. There's no way.
Vast majority of people watching this, right? We can't get to the point that these guys are. Look at that dude's ass. He's got the fufucking fat. He had a fat ass on him, bro. That's genetic.
Brad Martin's got a juicy fucking ass.
He got a fat ass. Look at his arms. These men are they're born. They're born. They have the diet. They have the discipline. The discipline is the thing that no one understands. Dude, they have discipline out the ass, bro. A lot of people don't have discipline. I don't know. I know my discipline's fucked now. Like I used to be able to be disciplined myself. Bro, now I'm like, fuck it. I don't. I'm gonna tell you.
You got to try to, because look, I'm struggling with this problem. You got to try to correct this as quick as possible, because working online is a death sentence for fucking drive, bro. It's something that like I used to be so active, and then now that I spend so much time in front of my computer editing this and that, and dude, absorbing all this shit in my eyes, it makes me so fucking mentally exhausted. And look I can get physically exhausted from doing labor, and then I can just take like some type of stimulant and then pump myself right back up. The mental thing is way harder to get back. Like even when you using caffeine or whatever, I still in my mind, I'm just like, man, I'm fucking burnt. I just don't even.
Well, that's why I read. I read all the time to keep my brain moving.
Just try to
read. Like, yeah. I just read. Like I just reordered all the Game of Thrones books. I'm fucking reading through like the Wheel of Time series. Like I'm doing something to keep my mind working
Right.
so I don't fucking just fall apart on myself and lose it. Because for me, the internet, it's fun. Like right now, I'm having a great time online.
Sure.
I love it. I'm fucking around. I'm saying shit, and I think that's mostly because all the Spider-Man content's coming out. It makes me happy to talk about Spider-Man because I love the character. But like 2 months ago, I was like, yo, I might quit this bitch. Like I can't do this. It makes me want to lose my mind.
Yeah. It can get there, man. It can get there, but we're gonna stop it right here because I'm gonna cry from not being so fucking jacked. Like
look at these motherfuckers, dude. Look at him. That's his in his resting state. He's not flexing. He's just a lard. They're just large people
chilling. They're chilling, just talking, and they look like they're flexing.
This is how I know, right? I worked with a proper bodybuilder at my job at Starbucks.
Yeah,
he was a bodybuilder. He could look at someone like, that guy's not natural. That guy's, even some people that look natural, that is like, oh, that guy's big, but he's like, he seems like he's not. Dude, a lot of people that get to like the size where like, oh, that man's jacked, they are probably using something to get them to that level. Because a lot of people just don't have the time and the fucking money and the ability to really put themselves through the ringer.
Exactly.
To even get to the point where, like, the most strict gym worker I know is Joe, and even Joe doesn't push himself. Joe goes for like 2 hours, like a day, maybe twice a day, and even that's not that level to push yourself to the great beyond. Like bodybuilders go to the gym for like 6 hours a day, like 6 hours. They're just in there grinding.
Think about it this way.
They go to sleep.
I want to think about it this way, and not in exercise way, but in a convenience way. In hotels, they always have stairs, but everybody takes the fucking elevator.
Literally,
why?
Dude.
It's there. And so when the opportunity is there for them to enhance themselves and get to their goal quicker or go beyond their goal or whatever the case is, how is that if they're not competing in a competition, there's literally no negative to reaching that goal. So it's just like someone could argue that, oh, you should take the stairs up to your room fucking 600 and something, whatever, because you'll get in this work or this. It's about the journey. Like, shut the fuck up. I just want to get to where I'm going as conveniently as possible. And so all these people, they're doing that because literally if I had the extra money to just fucking get like, on a bunch of I was recommended to, because I have a lot of injuries. They were like, there's this one thing that that's not banned in the UFC. I forgot what it's called, but they were like, I asked this clinic about it, and they're like, oh yeah, it's just like a couple hundred this per month, and I'm like, fuck, I don't want to pay that shit, bro. Like, but if I just had like the extra money to just throw around, it could really help me heal my injuries quicker and stuff instead of just
that shit's great, dude.
Fucking around. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's these things that are available.
Right now, I messed up my back, right?
Right.
And physical therapy is a bitch, bro. It's so expensive.
Right.
But I need to do it. I'm going to get physical therapy, and I'm going to try to get myself in better shape throughout 2022. That's like my goal for myself. I want to like trim myself out, get into better shape. I want to be able to jot a mile in by like September. I want to be able to easily drop a mile easy, run that. I have no problem doing it.
Bro, let's get jacked. Let's go.
But that I don't want to get jacked. I just want to be in better shape. I just want to be in a healthier standing.
Let's get jacked, bro.
I'm not trying to get jacked, bro.
I don't want to hear it. I want to hear that.
Because my dad's a huge built motherfucker. My dad looks like the shadow of Godzilla or Kong or some shit like that. He's huge, and it's disgusting. And my dad's where I get my build from.
Let's go.
And my mom wasn't small. My mom was like not a small person either. So I have genetics for it. But the thing is funny is my grandma's tiny as shit. My grandma's like 5'2", I think. Like my grandmother is fucking small, but I think if she's Hispanic, she's just tiny.
Yeah, my mom's 5'2". She hates
the more we added black into the Kool-Aid of our family, because my grandma's half black. And the more they added black to the Kool-Aid, we grew more.
Dude, my mom's so sad because my grandma is 6 foot and my mom came out 5'2". And all of her brothers are tall. They're all tall, and then she's so like, because she loves basketball and shit, she's like, bro. She's like, bro, what is this? And then I'm like, to my mom, I'm like, because my mom and my dad were, because I think my dad was like 5'8" or something. So I had no chance, which I never It doesn't bother me though, because I didn't want to play basketball. I didn't want to be in the NBA or nothing like that. So my height, the only thing was when I was playing football and I was doing
football players need to be tall. Yeah,
I love the linebacker
exactly
position, and you should be 5'10" at least playing linebacker. At least, usually you want to be over 6 foot. But so that was my problem.
I played tight end, and I was too small for tight end.
Yeah, right.
I was maybe like 5'11" at the time, and I was too small because I played against other people who were just bigger than me. They bigger than me, had longer strides than I did, and I was like, "Well,
everyone
I'm gonna try."
I always just felt like there needs to be like a. I was just like, man, can't there just be like
steroid division?
Yeah, like a division.
Steroid division,
bro. Like that's when. That's when the sports are just fun. It's like everybody loved Barry Bonds and Sammy Sosa and shit, but then they want to come down on them for doing steroids. I'm like, make up your fucking mind, bro. Make up your mind.
The thing is that they came down on them because of the fact that they were not playing fair in the league.
But that's what I'm like. So instead of punching them, have everybody else come up to join them.
There was a punishment because they were not playing fair in the league. What they should have done, they should have revoked those championships and been like, all right, now we're gonna send out a call. We're gonna have all the fucking. Could you imagine roided up UFC? It would be fucking unbelievable.
That was the UFC I grew up with.
The roided out one, really?
Yes, the UFC I grew up with. The UFC didn't start looking out for steroids until probably the 2010s was when they really probably 2010s. Just a little bit before that was when I forgot when USADA got involved, which wasn't that long ago, bro. If you look at Vitor Belfort, if you look at there were some people. Look up Vitor Belfort when he was young. And like his traps are like up to his fucking like his ears essentially, cause they also did a thing where you could also TRT was allowed for a while. So when you started seeing people like there were still some people that stayed jacked, like Vitor Belfort. Some people always call him TRT Belfort, and because he was just jacked. He was always jacked. And
he's big.
And then you can see. Now you can see, like, say, like one of my favorite examples, if you look at Alistair Overeem pre and post steroids, because you can see it's like there was like a meme that said, oh, when you're single versus in a relationship, because he's all jacked when he's single, then he got fat in a relationship. There was like this one because Alistair Overeem, you can see the people who had these major transformations when they started cleaning up the sport. Because before it was anything goes. I mean, back in the day, you were able to have shoes on. There was this dude that came with one fucking glove. This was in UFC 1. There was a sumo wrestler. It was fucking just chaos. The rules were shit. Dude, the old tapes of UFC, it's so shitty, but it's so... I loved it. Me and the homies would go to the local video store, go get tapes of the UFCs, and then just watch them like, dude, this shit is fucking crazy. But it got way better once the rules started getting tighter, just because it was too stupid. Like, what was the fuck? I can't remember his name. The boxer.
We'll check next time.
Yeah, we'll check because we gotta go. We way longer. I was like, that's it, and then we started talking about these juicy motherfuckers. All right, thanks for listening to this episode. I think this was episode 6. If you guys like what you heard and what you saw, please shoot us a couple of bucks or more at patreon.com/NWordClub. That is INWARD Club. Would appreciate you. There's some cool perks on there. But yeah, we'll see you next time. Take care. And fuck bitches.
Boys. Fuck bitches fast and hard and fast.
Fast and hard and fast.